Hey, we're back with episode 2 of our chickenless chicken recipes. What's clucking, peeps? I'm Georgiana, and this chicken here is Mabel, aka my little chicken piccata. That is her nickname, one of my favorite Italian dishes. It's got a light lemony sauce with a salty bite from the capers. I've got 2 different versions of this recipe, so let's get cooking. Okay, for our first chicken piccata recipe, we're going to start with 1 small onion. I'm going to chop this up and dice it pretty small. We're going to use half for this recipe and half for the second chicken piccata recipe. And then take 3 cloves of garlic and chop those up. Dice them as small as you can. If you don't like that much garlic, you could use a little less. Today I'm using Daring, a product that's a meatless chicken variety, because they were bigger pieces. I had these, I just took them out of the freezer, so I thawed them in a pan with a little bit of olive oil over low heat, just to get them thawed and moist. And I've got a bowl full of about half a cup of flour. So just dredge these in flour. With a normal chicken piccata recipe, you would be using raw chicken, and you would be seasoning the flour and everything, or seasoning the chicken first. I did not add any seasoning because this product already comes seasoned with salt. So we'll be adding a little bit of extra flavor into our broth that we make. But for this, just dredge the chicken in the flour. The non-chicken chicken. Okay, I've got a pan heated up with a couple tablespoons of olive oil. And let's go ahead and add our chicken pieces in there to get them browned. It'll take a couple minutes on each side. I have the temperature up towards medium-high, so you can brown them on both sides. Build a little flavor. Now we're going to add a little bit more olive oil to the pan, and we're going to brown our onions, get them softened and browned. My little slider wasn't working. And we want all that extra bits of flavor that are in the pan from the flour and chicken that we cooked. It's going to develop a lot of flavor, and this is going to help us create a bit of a roux to thicken our sauce. So cook your onions for a couple minutes and then add in the garlic and cook for a minute or 2 more. And now I've got a little, this is a Pinot Grigio. I'm just going to add about a half a cup of wine. I don't drink, but I know I like sweeter things, so this is a sweeter wine. If you don't have any wine, don't worry about it. You're just going to add a half a cup to the vegetable broth that we're going to add next. Well, once we do some seasonings. Italian seasoning, just put like a teaspoon worth. I add a little bit of turmeric, just like a 1/4 teaspoon. For lemony dishes, I like to add that wherever I can. And a little bit of black pepper. Yeah, the turmeric is going to make it a little bit yellow and golden color. And then add 1 cup of vegetable broth. I made mine from a bullion. Or if you have canned or jarred, at worst case scenario, you don't have any broth, you don't have any wine. Just use water And you might want to add a little bit more seasonings. You might need a little bit more salt. Now, I like mine with some artichoke hearts. Traditionally, it's just with capers. We're going to add capers and artichoke hearts. So these are marinated, so they're seasoned and marinated. You can use the plain ones. I'm using a little over half a jar, and I like to get a little bit of the brine in there. It's extra flavor. This reminds me when it's been a long time since I've been to Olive Garden, but I believe like a decade or longer than that, they used to have a dish like this, the chicken piccata, that had the artichokes in with it. But if you didn't have the artichokes, it is traditional to just have the capers. So now we're going to add a couple big spoonfuls of capers. And you can add as much or as little as you want. If you wanted to do a little bit less, I love these little buggers. I think they're a lot of fun. And they also have a little bit of a salty flavor to them as well. Now add the zest of 1 lemon. And the juice of half a lemon. We will use the other half of the lemon for the second dish. And then we're going to cook this down for a few minutes, maybe about 5 minutes. The sauce will start to thicken some. And then add your chickenless chicken back in. Stir that in a bit. And you let that cook a couple minutes more. It'll continue to thicken. And if your sauce gets too thick, you can add a little bit of pasta water. This first dish, or just regular water, this first dish we're going to put with linguine. So I've got some linguine cooking on the side. Just follow it to your package instructions or pick whichever pasta you like. And you can make the sauce as thin or as thick as you like. And here's how it turns out. I've got it served up on, like I said, a plate of linguine. It was very tasty and delicious. I love this dish. It's one of my favorites. The second dish I tried for the first time. We're going to do a creamy chicken piccata now. And I had never tried this before. When I was doing some research, this creamy version is fun. So we're going to start sauteing the onions just like the last dish. This one's a wee bit simpler even. And I pre-cooked some mashed potatoes. This one we're going to serve over mashed potatoes because this creamy sauce will go really good with that. So like before, this will take a few minutes for your onions to saute and get a little bit of color. And then add a spoonful of garlic, or probably chop up 2 garlic cloves. This time I'm using the jarred garlic I've got in the fridge. Let that cook down for a minute. And we're going to add a little bit of oregano. I put about half a teaspoon in, maybe even a little less. Let that cook a little bit. Now we're going to add, I did about 3/4 cup of the vegetable broth. This time we're not going to use wine. And now we're going to add our capers. Add a couple spoonfuls. I like to add a little bit of the brine in there also. I know most people don't, but I really like that little zip of the brine. I think it's tasty. And the other half of our lemon. Squeeze the juice in from that. And let that simmer for a bit. And now we're going to add in some soy milk to make it creamy. Add about a cup of soy milk. Using flour and oil to thicken a sauce. We're going to end up doing a slurry to thicken this one. Alrighty, and like I said, I had pre-made some mashed potatoes. So serve this up over a bed of mashed potatoes. And it turned out super delicious. I love, love, love the first one, but I was surprised at how much I love this one. Might be my new favorite. And I've shown how I made these mashed potatoes before in a previous recipe. I'll put a link up there on the screen. But I like using the gold potatoes or the Yukon Gold. These I let the skin on because I kind of like smashed potatoes. They don't always have to be creamy, but you can make them without the skin and make them creamy. But if you salt your water good, sort of like pasta, they're so creamy. You don't have to add any butter, any extra seasoning. I literally just mash them when I'm done, and it's so many less calories. Um, this is super delicious and super healthy. So I hope you guys give these a try. Let me know which one you think is your favorite, and I hope you like them. And thanks for watching with me today, with me and Mabel, my little chicken piccata. That's her chicken dish nickname. All my white crested chickens have nicknames. Um, I do have a day planner and meal planner all in one. It's actually meal planner, day planner all in one. It's in the link below. It's a free download if you'd like to get that and check it out. It's kind of nice to have handy or even get printed out if you like to have something kept with you. And thanks, everybody. And remember, keep crowing and keep growing. Enjoy. Bye-bye.